social media has contributed in putting Africa on a global map, and we see creators from all over the world pushing the culture. How can Africans from the diaspora contribute to this movement, sustainably contribute to this movement?
I feel like people from the diaspora can only contribute by getting the word out there where they live. Because not everyone can come and live here. Yeah. I know people want to come and live here, but it's not that easy. Though.
Yeah, because that's why I actually what was the struggles, because even I live in Amsterdam, and when I go there, everybody since Ghana, Africa, it's a whole movement. Everybody wants to move back.
Yeah.
And I'm just
nah.
It's not that easy.
Africa's expensive, to be honest.
Yeah.
People, basic needs is still something. We're living a very privileged lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? People come here for 3 weeks, 1 month. You're privileged. You have a place to be able to leave and come back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can. Yeah, you have a. There's some people that can't leave Ghana. Yeah. So being able to have that choice, being able to move in that way itself is a privilege. And me living here is very different than the average Ghanaian living in Ghana.
Because I've been in your house and I was like, wow, this is so cute.
You know what I mean? It's a very different, and you just have to be able to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
I think too, kind of going with the question, I think the diaspora needs to, it's not about I need to come back and change and move and do this. What's your purpose? I think people really need to be evaluating their actual purpose of what they want to do, and then learning. I feel it's very easy for diasporans to become the new colonizer in a lot of the West African countries if you're not coming to learn and listen. Do you know what I mean? And not just coming during December. If you're coming here every December, congratulations. But
well done to you, that's not enough.
You did a great job. I'm so happy you put some money in people's pockets. You went to twist a couple times, but December in Ghana is not living in Ghana. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
That's a really good point, and that's why my question was how can we sustainably contribute? Because that's a very important question. Because yes, I feel everybody comes in December, they do things, then they leave. I do believe that their intentions are right, so they really want to contribute. I think people just don't really know how to sustainably contribute. So like you said, putting the word out there, sharing. What do you mean? Like buying the Free the Youth clothes and wearing it over there? Is that an option?
Even if they don't buy Free the Youth clothes, they can talk to someone about Free the Youth who has resources to invest in Free the Youth, or just since they are exposed to a lot of resources there, they can help us get to where we're going, which is our educational institute. Yeah, so it's all about networking. They have a lot of networks, and they're exposed to a lot of things. So
put more the word out there.
I think that's one of a lot of the opportunities that we get sometimes in Ghana is coming from outside, in the sense of someone be like, oh, Nike might be we want to do a project in Ghana, and they'll say, who do we want to work with?
Exactly.
And we're and I'm definitely going back and forth allows me to be in the space where I can be free the youth, That's what happens,
Dominique, she told Nike about us.
Who's Dominique?
She works from an agency who works with Nike.
Okay. So she put, and that's good. I think people that's even the whole point of doing this podcast, putting it online so that people from all over the world can hear about this conversation, hear about you guys, look you up, and hopefully by doing this, more opportunities will come your way. Yeah. So that could be one of the ways for diasporans to invest in Ghana, or sustainably invest. Because Miss Naomi Campbell posted a quote, and she said, wait, I wrote it down, "You're not global if you miss out on the great continent of Africa." What are your thoughts on this?
I support this a lot, because basically the aim for Frida is to be a pan-African brand, not only Ghana. Because once you capture Africa, you don't need the world, because we are a lot of people here, and we can support each other by by going to African countries and helping other kids out there too. So this year we want to do 5 African countries.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
What do you want to do there?
We want to just do pop-up shows for there and like spread the word there and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And we can continue from there.
That's nice. That's nice. And what are your thoughts on the quote there?
What was the quote again?
Okay, so it was. You want to say something?
Because Africa also has a very rich culture, so you can't leave it out when you want to go worldwide. Like that culture, everything has to come together.
It has to connect.
Yeah.
Everything has to connect. Yeah. So the quote was, "You're not global if you miss out on the continent, on the great continent of Africa."
Okay. And what is my thoughts on it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. No, I agree, but I think sometimes like when we do, I'm not trying to be that person, but like Africa is such a large continent. Like Ghana is such a large country of cultures. So I think obviously if you're able to know exactly where you're from, go back home to where you're from and learn. If you don't know where you're from, which is also like people are, that's why they hear return. They're trying to find out. I think it's like find cultures and learn about it. Like don't just hop around. Do you know what I mean? Because like we're also not just a tourist continent.
Yeah.
Like, do you know, like being a tourist.
It's not a trend.
Yeah, we're not a trend. And that's, I think sometimes that gets a bit, when different phrases like that are put out, it's like, this is not a trend. Like visiting the continent is not a trend that like you're missing out on for this small time. Like the continent, Ghana, Nigeria, all more than Nigeria, Ghana, but everywhere, you know, like we're a culture, we're actual people that are here. Like we're not just your shoot backdrops. Do you know what I mean? Like I think we need to expand on what it means to visit, like intentional and purposely visiting places. I think it's just very important to happen when you are visiting the continent. It's just like it needs to be purposeful.
Experience, learn, connect.
Yeah, connect, you know.
And not just come here with a business opportunity or something like that. I think like after connecting and really like feeling what's happening here and an idea comes, that's fine.
Of course.
But I think first come and learn.
Of course, yeah. Right? I mean, in any place, if you were going to go to the States and start a business, you would go and learn about where you're at, what community is there, what's already there. Sometimes I think when people come to African countries, they think that the idea that they have is so brand new. But like our ideas and culture starts here. So like when you come back and you have some idea, someone is probably thinking about it, might not have the access to a certain level of resources, but your idea is not fresh. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like there's so much here, and I think you have to travel really with purpose.
Yeah, because I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, you have to go back to Africa now. Like, you're gonna be too late if you're not gonna start something now. Like Africa's like there's so many opportunities. Don't wait for it. People are putting so much pressure on like us to do something in Africa. And I think, I don't know where that comes from. I think because it feels like it's a trend or a movement now. But I always say whenever I feel like doing something, that's what I'm gonna do. And that's because it looks like the time is now. Okay, so what are your thoughts on NGOs from outside the continent coming to Africa to start programs for women?
So like here's the thing, charity work is not sustainable. I mean, that's what we were talking about before we charity work is not sustainable because I'm always needed. Right? The outside help is always needed. So I think NGOs coming into the continent, I'm not going to say no because they're helping communities, but I think it's looking at, are they sustainable? Like if we were just saying, we're going to give free healthcare, that's not sustainable. They'll always need us to get free healthcare. And that's not what we're trying to have, that relationship. That's why we just started with the women. They have their own community bank now. Of every month, they put in 5 cities each that goes to, if someone ever gets sick, something ever happens, they can all go into that community bank and utilize it. So I think it's like NGOs, just as when we're talking about brands, I think if NGOs are coming in to do work here, and that's what they're going to do, and that's what they're going to put their money in, they should be working again with people on ground to do the work. I don't see how me coming to Tamale could have ran healthcare without Nat, who is our healthcare coordinator, who's also a nurse from Tamale. You know what I mean? Like, just because I have a good idea or I have the money or I have the access to whatever, doesn't mean that I need to be the direct contact. So I think it's just NGOs finding their place and their way, because there's NGOs that are here on ground. Do you know? Like, Free the Youth is an NGO right now. Free, like, the NGO we work with, Drive for Health, they're an NGO that goes around to multiple areas in the northern region, upper west region, and do health education.
So is it like NGOs from outside the continent should collaborate with the NGOs from here?
Yeah, why not sustain them money? Why not give, you know what I mean? If you're really about sustainability and what it means to be an NGO, why not do that? But I mean, I think that's just, I think there's just so many different types of ways that you can work and sustain people when you're an NGO. I'm not saying don't come here, because obviously the NGOs outside have done a lot of great things, but we can't say that all the NGOs have done amazing things. There's always, you know,
I like this perspective.
Yeah.
Because Free the Youth is, besides a street fashion collective, also an NGO. Is it correct that the name is the Ghetto University? Is that the name of your NGO?
Yeah, it's part of it.
It's part of it. But so tell me more about the NGO.
Yeah, the whole NGO is Free the Youth Foundation. And like an inside part of it or inner part of it is Ghetto University, which is like workshops we organize for young people to come and learn all sort of creative skills of their choice, which is like fashion, music production, what else, sewing, hair braid, like a lot. And we usually do it in our warehouse. We usually do the screen printing one in our warehouse. But this year we've done like 5 successful workshops, which one was with Hana Hana. And we do that to not just educate the kids, but to educate ourselves too, because if I own an NGO and I don't know anything about music production, but I want to learn about music production, and other kids want to learn about music production, because I don't consider myself grown too. I'm still like young. So we do that so that the kids who don't have opportunity to go to schools or to universities can have an alternative for life, because like they see us.
They don't pay for.
No, they don't pay anything. They see us like we're doing good, so like we are like hope for them to look up to us and know that okay, if I venture into this, I'm still gonna make it in life.
Good. So you actually push them to be creative, right? Because do schools in Ghana support creativity?
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you guys want to do.
We want to be like an alternative for university, but creative wise.
And the name, the Ghetto University. I like it though.
Yeah.
So, like we said, from NGOs from outside, the ideal situation would be for them to come to Ghana and, for instance, work with your NGO to support kids in Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that way you don't need them. It's just a collaboration.
Yeah, collaboration.
Okay, so what I find really interesting is that Free the Youth is a quite, like what you said, one of the big street fashion collectives in Ghana now. Do your parents know what you do? Like, or your family, do they understand what you are doing for Ghana?
They only knew this year.
This year?
Yeah.
How? Why?
Hey, last year, 2019. Yeah.
Why? What happened last year for them to know?
Like, my siblings were very supportive. But my dad, since I quit my job in the military, he was like, yo, what's up? When are you going to get another job? What are you doing? I was low-key scheming, you know. I was scheming. Then I did Nike, then I did Sony, then I did Daily FIFA, and going.
Like our parents need.
So my siblings actually were like, yo, your last born is killing it, so you better support him, or you know. So now they are supportive.
Okay. What current projects are you guys working on?
Okay, so we're working on our ladies collection. Ooh. And we're gonna do some future stuff with Sony Music too.
Okay. What are you guys going to do, or are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, women's collection, our denim jacket, and more clothes. And we're working on a 9-month program for young people to come and learn whatever creative work they want, starting from April.
Good.
Yeah, so it's a whole 9 months, 3 days each week.
Nice.
kids can come. We'll put a link out there for them to sign up, and we choose like a particular number of kids who can learn from 9 months straight.
And this is through your NGO,
yeah,
right?
Through the NGO.
Okay, so and a collaboration with Sony, which is really good. I think a lot of big brands are reaching out to you guys now, right?
Yeah.
Is that really through social media, word of mouth, like
through social media and some good people I know.
Yeah. Good. And Hana Hana Beauty?
Yeah, so right now we're actually getting more people onto our team, so hiring more interns for our internship program. We have pop-ups that we're about to start in March again. We'll do a couple events in Ghana before we do like our big pop-ups again. We were in London last year, so we're planning on going back. We're going to be in Amsterdam. We're going to Amsterdam this year for some pop-ups. And just like working on a lot of, right now we're at a spot in Hana Hana where we're getting funding and capital to just expand our reach, and hopefully by the end of 2020 officially launch in Ghana to move our production. So which is really exciting. And then we're starting on the Hana Hana Circle side. We have our healthcare education series. So it's 6 months of healthcare education. Once a month, a doctor comes and provides education with the women. So we started that last year, but we're consistently continuing it on in 2020.
Good. Do you guys have international ambitions as well?
Yeah, as I said, we're doing a Pan-African pop-up tour this year, and we're gonna go worldwide too this year. Let's see how it goes. Maybe I'll come to Amsterdam.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, we have a lot of fan base. Even on our website, it reflects like a lot of our orders come from Amsterdam, Australia, London, and USA. That's the 4 countries.
And you guys work with Daily Paper, which also helps. It's a Dutch fashion brand, so that's really good that also people from Amsterdam are buying your clothes, which is really good. Then this is actually my last question, and that is, where will Africa be in the next 5 years?
I hope honest. Like, I really just,
honest?
like, I really think that, like, I know this sounds so, like, mindset, whatever intentions, but I really feel like we as Africans need to be honest with ourselves and with the state of where our countries are and how we actually move, because if we're not able to be honest, then we can't actually grow. And I think that's sometimes a setback with Africa as a continent. When talking about Ghana, especially, I think honesty of how people are moving and where things are going. I think the year of return will really be this push for it, because it's like Ghana, everyone now knows there's so much money that was made, all these things. So it's like, all this money that was made, what's going to be done with it? So I think it really allows us to have this chance of like, okay, you wanted the spotlight, we got all this, we got a lot of attention, people know we made how much money.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's all over. Just based off of visas, 750,000 visas. Where is that gonna go? So as someone that comes back and forth, I left Ghana for 4 months and I came back, the only thing different was buildings for apartments for the year of return.
Wow.
What are things that are being made for the average Ghanaian that's living here?
So how would you like to see that?
I would love to see, I feel like we have buildings like this that we're in. I think this should be accessible to the average Ghanaian. I would love to see programs that are met for the average Ghanaian. We have so many street-based youth and people that are selling and living on the street, and we really normalize that because that's just what it is.
That's Africa.
That's how it is. But I feel like if we ask someone, would you like to sleep in a safe, stable place, they would want that. So what can we do to give people access to just sustainable lifestyles and healthy?
I actually never thought about that because I'm so used to seeing
you know what I mean? It's our hospital, I would love to see our hospitals and our healthcare improve. There's just way too many people dying in our hospitals that aren't meant to be dying. And I feel like with all this money, all these things, all these eyes on Ghana, and with the amount of income and money that we have here from the people ourselves generating it, I really would love to see like our healthcare systems, our education systems, those things to be stabilized and improving, you know? Because there are those good opportunities here, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah, that is very true. Very true. Very nice. Thank you. And for you, Joey?
Yeah, I feel like Africa will be like a global business hub, but it's on to the people to utilize it well and make it very accessible to them and their families. Yeah. And also, I feel like Africa, young creatives in Africa will have a direct channel to the world through Free the Youth. That's my vision I see for my company. I see for Africa too, but for me, young kids in Ghana or Africa will have a direct channel to the world of creative art through Free the Youth and can connect to global the art scene very easily without stress. Yeah, so that's what I see Africa in the next 5 years, because I'm into art. I don't know about the other aspects, so I can't really tell much about it. But for artistic scene, I wish that for young creatives.
Which is very important as well. The artistic scene is very big. I feel like there's so many talents in Ghana, even if you just like on the streets you can see men making bags and like so many beautiful stuff that we just buy and sometimes take for granted, you know.
And sometimes too, people are very crazy, but they don't know how to use the internet very well.
Exactly.
So,
marketing, design, like all those things. Like you have so much untapped talent. You know, and so it's just like I wonder what happens when people get access to mindset and changing of how they can move.
That can be big, and especially like you said, if you can use your platform to help all these people that don't have access or don't really know how to get their work out there. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you guys for coming. How can the people follow you guys? I know you are very active on social media, both of you guys. So tell them, you can look in the camera, where can they follow you?
Yeah, my social media is Joey Lit, Joey_LIT, and the brand's Instagram is Free the Youth Ghana. On Twitter, it's Free the Youth GH. On Facebook, it's Free the Youth. And on YouTube, it's Free the Youth. Everywhere.
Everywhere. So my personal is Beanie Boamah, Beanie Boamah, Boamah. And then for Hana Hana, Instagram, we're Hana Hana _beauty. Twitter, we're Hana Hana Beauty _. Our website, we ship internationally, is www.hanahanabeauty.com. So, yeah.
They can follow you guys. So I hope you guys love this episode. This was like literally one of my favorites because obviously I'm in Ghana, connecting with my people, and I just enjoyed this conversation. I hope you guys did too. Again, thank you guys for coming and for taking your time. And guys, I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye guys.